Hey guys, it's Max Rye. It's been a while since I've put a video out there. A lot has been going on in the AI space, and I've been working on some stuff behind the scenes, especially around the robotics sides, which I'll share in a little while. But right now, one of the interesting things that are going on in the AI space is, of course, Anthropic's new model that was dropped just very recently, Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So that is actually, I would say, caught a lot of people off guard because it's benchmarking way ahead of ChatGPT 4.0, which was I'm getting all the headlines right before that. And some of these things it's able to do is just unmatched reasoning skills. It's able to do coding a lot better. So there's a lot of really exciting things that are happening with Claude, and I think this is really pushing ChatGPT to or OpenAI to really to push out newer models faster, which is going to be quite exciting to see coming up. So OpenAI is definitely delaying its new voice mode to another month down the line. I mean, it was supposed to come out in June, and now they mentioned they're going to be coming out in July, possibly even August. I think one of those issues is safety. They're still working out the safety on that. But it's going to be a very interesting system that ChatGPT is really going to start allowing this voice mode. A lot of folks have seen this YouTube video already where they're demonstrating it in real time. There's a lot of really cool potential and benefits of it. So let's talk a little bit about some of the pros and cons, because I think everybody needs to know what this system is. First of all, if you've already used ChatGPT, you know that currently it's mostly text-based. However, with the new voice mode, you'd be able to interact with ChatGPT via just voice, and it should respond back to you in voice as well. And that's what's kind of interesting about this. So the pros, imagine accessibility is going to be really great, because if you think about it, a lot of folks who are visually impaired or are blind now can have the opportunity to interact with ChatGPT to help it to get around in the world and be able to answer questions. So accessibility is a really great thing. Another thing is convenience. It's much easier, obviously, to just speak to your ChatGPT versus having to type everything out every time. That's actually a great thing. And then, of course, one of the biggest areas that I think everyone's excited about is the language side, the language learning. So right now, if you want to be able to learn a language, you have to use some software apps that are currently out there. However, if you're able to speak to ChatGPT just as if it was a native speaker of another language, it can be very patient with you, and it can sit there and help you learn another language. That's actually quite exciting. And translation, if you're traveling anywhere, going around the world, you should be able to use your ChatGPT system with a voice mode and be able to translate anything from any language. And that's really, really exciting. It's going to be a huge game changer for folks who travel quite a bit. What about the cons? Let's talk about some of the cons as well. Now, if you do research, they don't like talking a whole lot about the cons that are out there, but there are some that you should think about. Now, I did talk about being able to interact via voice anywhere, but a lot of times if we're in public places or so forth, we don't want to share some of our thoughts or what we want to ask ChatGPT verbally out loud. So that is something that we have to look out for. And remember that all your interactions with ChatGPT, you're being recorded in a way. All the information and data you're feeding into it, it's actually able to use it to improve itself. But at the same time, there could be some privacy issues that some people are worried about. And then, of course, there is this potential for malice, right? For fraud and scams. I think this technology is being rolled out too fast. We have not educated the masses enough yet. So I think a lot of folks out there might be either scammed or defrauded in different ways because this technology is so good. So we do have to worry about how this can be used for ill purposes. I think with enough education, we can mitigate that, but it's going to take some time. And hopefully, OpenAI and some of the other big tech companies are doing their part. So now let me talk a little bit about the robotics side. I'm actually very excited to share with you that I've been doing a lot of research and having some discussions with some of the major robotics players out there. For example, Unitree, as well as Figure One, Tesla Bot. Not just to report on the latest that's happening, but one of the things I really want to know is how it's impacting the industry, because I think a lot of you know how much I love to talk about how AI impacts our everyday lives. And one thing that I care a lot about is business. How is this going to really impact everyday businesses? So once these robotics are on the market, is it going to be fast food chains? Is it going to be hotels? Is it going to be offices? Where are we going to see some of the biggest differences? And I'm doing a lot of research in that space, and I want to be able to share more videos upcoming that talk about some of the early use cases and when they're going to be coming out. And some of the early discussions I'm having, we're talking about as early as end of this year. We're going to see some of these robots coming out, and they're going to be partnering up with some major regional partners to be able to distribute and roll out these into the marketplace. And of course, it's important to know how this is going to impact business. It's not going to be able to just roll out and they're going to automatically do everything. There has to be an entire infrastructure that's built around these robots that are going to be going into the marketplace. This means maintenance. This means having suppliers out there for parts. So all of these different areas are going to be being built up right now as we speak, because once they hit the market, it's going to be quite rapid. China is, for example, last year announced that they're going to be rolling out or building about 500,000 of these by 2026. So actually 2025. So let's see how fast these things actually get rolled out. But nothing can happen in a vacuum. Everybody has to work together. All the vendors, the onboarding specialists, all this has to happen together. This is a real short video, guys. This time around, I just want to be able to share the latest. I'm Max Rye. Please follow, subscribe, and I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys in the near future. Thanks.